Legit, I got a DM from somebody and she said, "You get so much done and I am struggling. I have ADHD. Like, giving me your best strategies, help me out." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm going to keep you anonymous, but I'm totally making a podcast episode out of this because we have all felt like that. We see people crushing it and then we're just like trying to muster up enough courage to like get out of bed some days, right?" And so I wanted to pop in, give you a very quick episode, give you some motivation to get back out, get shit done, and take over the world because it is absolutely possible. So I've got ideas for days, but I'm going to give you like my top suggestions, motivation, and then we can obviously, if you want more of these type of episodes, just let me know. I love having your feedback. So before we get too far into the episode, shout out to Sierra, which is the CEO and founder of Dott's Place. She has a canine boarding and training facility in Sugar Grove. She literally, like, I'm going to go a little off script because I know Sierra very well. And our German Shepherd, literally, you guys, we found out we were pregnant with Boone the day after we picked up our German Shepherd puppy. So the timing was not ideal. And so I asked around, and my business bestie was like, "Oh, you need Sarah to train Harley, which is our German Shepherd." And so we went through intensive training. We've boarded her there multiple times, especially when we went to have Boone in the hospital. Truly, she is a gem. She knows dogs so well. It's such a beautiful facility rather than like taking Harley to like a space where she's never gonna like be out and play. So it's in Sugar Grove, which is like 40 minutes from Columbus, Ohio. Please connect with her. Dott's Place K9boarding.com. She also is on Facebook, Dott's Place, and on Instagram. So I'll make sure we link all of her beautiful links there. But I can't say enough amazing things about Dott's Place and also for Sierra. So we love you. All right. So let's get into today's episode, getting shit done. Okay. Come back to this episode when you don't feel like getting shit done because there is something happening. First and foremost, do we need a nap? When I am tired, I am the least motivated. Okay. So that's like easiest thing. Do we need a nap? Do we need more sleep tonight? I love, instead of being like, I'm going to go get more work done when the kids go to bed, if I'm truly tired, listen to your freaking body. The work will always be there as an entrepreneur. So let's make sure we've got some sleep as much as you can. Let's make sure you're eating and drinking water. I know this sounds so basic, but it's not going to help anything else be able to happen if our basic needs are not met. Okay. So if you have ADHD, typically you're going to have your dopamine is going to be all over the place, meaning like you might be motivated and you have no idea why, right? And then we like, let's hop in. Okay. So it is a little bit trickier if you have ADHD because that doesn't always work with the world, right? If there's a deadline at 5 and you don't have the dopamine to do it, it's either we don't do it, right? And we aren't our word, or we try to renegotiate if we can, or we try to find a way to make it happen. So here is something that happened when I was on a client call not too long ago. She was like, I block off CEO time to work and I'm all over the place. Like I'm getting so many things done, but it's not what I had on my list. And I told her, lean into that because your brain is craving dopamine, meaning it doesn't have it and it wants outside forces to help give it some energy, right? So she was like ordering things on Amazon, getting like little easy tasks done. So if our brain, when we sit down to do work, is not like, okay, I'm going to go into the biggest task first, one of the best things that you can do is do the easy task first. We just spit up. Hello, mom life. Um, so easiest task first. And like that goes against what most people say. They're like, eat that frog, which means get the hardest thing done. But for somebody that has ADHD, that's actually the hardest thing to do because we're going to avoid it at all costs, right? We're going to go on TikTok. We're going to go on Amazon. We're going to do everything in our power to avoid eating the frog, right? So get the easy task done to give you some dopamine, right? And then knowing that, okay, I'm going to do that harder task, that bigger task, once I've gotten some momentum, if you didn't feel it in the beginning, right? This is exactly what I did today. I laid out a bunch of Post-it notes with easy tasks that I wanted to do, and I have some harder tasks that I still want to knock out. So here's the cool part. You can do one of two things. And I want you to play with this and see what works with your brain, because every person with ADHD is different. Okay. But we want to play and find out your winning strategies so we can maximize them. This is way easier to do than trying to rewire your whole brain. Let's actually just work with your brain, right? Whatever its natural tendencies are, we can work with that, right? So I threw the Post-it notes away that I've gotten done today, but I literally have gotten so much done that I've actually added more Post-it notes because I've gotten some momentum, right? And so we need the time to have the momentum, right? So write out some easy tasks and then have one that, yes, we want to get something harder or bigger done. And then what you can do is say, okay, when I get that harder task done, or it's just a bigger task, which can still feel hard in our brain, right? I'm going to treat myself to something. Maybe it's a Starbucks. Maybe it's walking around Target. Maybe for you, it's like I'm watching Vanderpump Rules right now. I'm a little bit behind, a lot behind. I think that the season happened like months ago, but I'm watching it. I just want you to think about what could that reward be. Now, you don't always have to do this if you don't want to, but on the days that you're just like, man, I really need to get this thing done, do a reward. We do this with Emma all the time, and it works so freaking well. Like, why are we not doing this with adults, right? We like positive reinforcement, so let's give it to ourselves, okay? So you're gonna get so much done. Also, please, please, please be mindful of your schedule. I have never loved my schedule than I do right now. Like, truly. It is so engineered to work with me. So I have Mondays are my free day. Like, I call it whatever the fuck I want. So some days I'm working, some days I'm not, right? Tuesdays is all about clients, so I have back-to-back clients on that day. And then like I meet with my coach on Tuesday. Sorry, Wednesday is like it's on the business. Okay, so that's like I'm meeting with team. I'm working behind the scenes. So it's a little bit of a flex day. Thursday is all about our mastery clients. So those are our top level clients. And then Friday is self-care. So it's just working so well with my brain and my energy so I can actually get more done in less time and enjoy myself. Okay. Enjoying yourself is so freaking important. Because we work hard as entrepreneurs. So we might as well enjoy ourselves along the way. So I just wanted to give you some easy things to think about. Structure your calendar accordingly. Structure your tasks in a way that work for you. Like, we use a task management tool, but I still pull things out because I can't look at everything. It's too overwhelming. So pull out for the day, make it a fun game, have a reward, look at your actual schedule to make sure it's working with you and not against you, and just start to pay attention of like what feels good and what doesn't feel good. If something doesn't feel good, we may just need to like structure it in a way, like move it on a different day, move it to a different time of day, to be able to work with you rather than against you. Like, if every day at 2 p.m. you get like this sludge, we could go do a 20-minute meditation. We could go for an outside walk, right? That's engineering your calendar to work with you, not against you, right? So if you get that like 2 p.m., 3 p.m. sludge, we could even do a workout around that time, right? So I just want you to pay attention to your schedule this week and see what feels good, what doesn't feel good. We have so much power. Even if you have a day job and you're an entrepreneur, you have so much power that you forget about. And I want to remind you of it, because even if you're working for somebody else, they want you to be successful, because when you're successful, they're successful. So I just wanted to give you a couple things to think about. Share this with somebody, play around with your calendar. I love you so much. Let's make it a great week.